Hi friends, so today we'll be starting with one of the very important topics and one of the very initial topics in our quantitative aptitude series, which is time and work. But before starting time and work, we'll quickly go through a quick refresher for LCM and HCF because LCM and HCF would form a very important part of time and work calculations and understanding of the concept. So, for all those who know what LCM and HCF is, take this as a refresher and try to solve quick questions on LCM so that you are quick whenever you are solving time and work questions. So, for those who don't know, please pay attention. So, what is LCM? Least common multiple. For example, we have three numbers 2, 4, and 6. So what does LCM mean? LCM would mean a number which is divisible by all of these numbers. So for example, now what for 2, 4, 6. Now what would be the number which would be divisible by all these numbers? What which would be the smallest number which will be divisible by all these three numbers? Obviously 24. So if you divide 24 by 6, it is 4. If you divide 24 by 4, the answer is 6. If you divide 24 by 2, the answer is 12. Is there any other number smaller than 24 which is divisible by all these? Just take a guess. Yes, there is. So the answer is 12 here. So everybody go cut कर देंगे, ठीक है. So how did I arrive at the number 12? Now, to arrive at the LCM, there is a very small trick. Just split every number into the smallest numbers possible, into the product of smallest numbers possible. So for 2, there is no other 2 cannot be split into two numbers. For 4, we can split 4 into 2 into 2. For 6, we can split it into 2 into 3. Now we have to see which is the common number in these three, common multiple. Now here common multiple here is 2 for all of this. So our first number is 2, and which is the remaining number which is not there anywhere else? That is 3. And we have one more number which is remaining, which is 2. So the answer is 12. So our LCM is 12. Now time and work. What kind of questions are asked in time and work? So time and work, for example, A completes a work in 10 days. B completes a work in 20 days. So now this work can be anything. This work could be as simple as painting a wall, filling up a board, filling up a notebook, anything. So anything can be quantified as a work. Now there are two ways to approach this. Now the first concept is total work units, and the second concept is work per day. Now these are two approach methods to solve time and work problems. So there is no hi-fi concept involved in time and work. It's basic arithmetic, and which can be approached in two different methods, which is total work units and work per day. So I'll explain one by one how these concepts what these concepts are, and then we'll solve a problem on this. Total work units. Now, for example, A completes a piece of work in 10 days. B completes a piece of work in 20 days. Now, a very important concept which will be used here is the concept of LCM. Now, what is the LCM of 10 and 20? So, as we had discussed, we'll split the number into smallest we'll split this number into a product of its the smallest numbers possible. So for 10 it is 2 into 5. For 20 it is 2 into 5, right? Now what would be the LCM? First we'll take the common multiples. It is 2, 2, 2 into 5, 5, 5 ones. Which is the remaining number? 2. So 2. The LCM is 20. So the LCM of 10 and 20 is 20. So now as you go ahead with these questions, calculating LCM, you will find out tricks for yourself how to calculate LCM. Now in this number, if you have two numbers and one number is the multiple of other number, the bigger number would always be the LCM of both of them. So these tricks you'll come to know whenever you're solving more problems. So as you go on solving more problems, this would become more evident for you. Now the LCM here is 20. So what we'll do is we'll take total work units is 20. Now as it's visible, A can complete a work in 10 days, B can complete the same work in 20 days. So who's more efficient or who's more hardworking? It's A. A can complete the same work in 10 days which B takes 20 days. Now if there's a question in exam that A completes a work in 10 days, B completes a work in 20 days. And if you have four possible options, so we will take that the work which has been given to this guy is laying 20 bricks. Now for 20 bricks, A takes 10 days, B takes 20 days. So in one day, A can lay 20 by 10, which is 2 work units, right? And B can complete 20 by 20. This is days. This is work units. Work units, days is equal to 2. Sorry, is equal to 1 work unit per day. This is per day, right? Okay. Now we can see here that A is more efficient because he is able to do more work in one day as compared to B. This is A, this is B. Okay. Now if A and B work together, if A and B work together, so in one day A could complete 2 work units and B could complete 1 work unit. So in one day A and B could complete 3 work units. Understood? Now, so how much time would it take for A plus B to complete 20 work units? This A plus B would take 20 work units. This is 3 work units per day. It is equal to 20 by 3 days. This is equal to 6.67. Now, and this is 6.67 days. Now, if somebody was to ask you this question and the options available in exam were 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these were the options available in the exam. So what would your answer be? It's not 6. It's greater than 6 and it is very near to 7. So on the 7th day, they would be able to complete all the work. So answer would be 7. And if the options are anywhere between 6 and 7, then we'll have to look at what the exact answer is. So this was the first concept, which is total work unit. Now we'll go to the second concept, which is work done per day or per day work. Now again, Going ahead with the same question. A can complete a work in 10 days. B can complete a work in 20 days. Now in one day, how much work can A do? So if A can complete a work in 10 days, so in one day how much he would be able to complete? Divide both sides by 10. 1 by 10 work in one day. Similarly, B can complete the same work in 20 days. Divide both sides by 20. So in one day, B would be able to complete 1 by 20 work. So if A and B both work together, if A and B work together, in one day, they'll be able to complete 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20 amount of work. Okay. Solving this, we get 30 by 200. This is 3 by 20. So in one day, A and B are able to complete 3 by 20 amount of work. So in how many days will they complete the work? So A and B, if they work together, they are able to complete 3 by 20 amount of work in a day. So in how many days are they able to complete the whole work, which is 1 unit, according to our problem? So if 3 by 20 work in one day, so to complete one work, they'll require 20 by 3 days. So I have just multiplied both sides by 20 by 3 to get this number to 1. So this is equal to 6.67 days, and this was equal to the answer which we had got by earlier method. So this is the second method. Now in this there is an alternate approach. Under this concept per day work, there is an alternate concept which we can use for simpler problems for quick answers, and it is very easy to understand. This is called a percentage method for per day work. Now how does this work? For example, A completes a work in 10 days, B completes a work in 20 days. So in one day, what amount of work would A complete? It's 1 by 10 or 10% work. And in how many, and B completes a work in 20 days. So in one day, B would be completing 1 by 20, which is 5% work. So if A and B both work together, so they'll be completing 10% plus 5% work in one day, which is equal to 15%. So to complete 100% work, how many days they'll take? 100% divided by 15%, which they are able to complete in one day. So this answer is equal to 100 by 15, which is again 20 by 3, which is equal to 6.67 days. So now this answer is also equal to what we had got by our initial method, 6.67 days. Now in some questions they might ask, they might have options which will mention days in hours also. Now and the problem would be that they are working only 8 hours per day. So no need to worry till you are about the hours work till you arrive at this answer. But when you have arrived at this answer, and if in the options there are options like 6 hours 4 days, 6 hours 5 days, now then we have to convert this 0.67 into hours. Now how to do that? So if one day, so they are working for 8 hours. Okay, that means 8 hours would be equal to 1 days of work. Okay, now how much would be 0.67 days here? 0.67 is 2 by 3. Okay, 2 by 3 day would be equal to 8 into 2 by 3 hours, which is 16 by 3 and almost 5 hours. So this is how you will convert decimal into hours if and only if this option is present in the question. Otherwise otherwise the work would be completed in 7 days and not 6. I always remember that in time and work, if your answer is 6.1 or 6.2, the work is completed on 7th day and not on the 6th day. So if in your options if in your multiple choices the options are 6, 7, 8 or 9, the answer is 7 and not 6. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions, post your questions in the comments below, and do not forget to like the video. Thank you.